Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 22.1, and let's just get right into it. I'll start showing you how to set things up to use the Mark II as a fairly basic but and simple one-bar looper. So the first thing we're going to do, switch to pattern mode. I'm going to hit record, and we're going to select the second pad. Doesn't really matter. Do 1 bar because this is only being able to do up to a single bar of looping based on how I'm going to do this. Got the metronome running. I'll keep that going, even though I usually do it out of the cue out like I discussed in the previous video, and we'll leave it as 116 BPM. So we're going to hit record to enter record. Now the first thing that you need to do, and I sometimes forget to do this, is you want to hit record to just go into rehearsal mode. You don't want to record any of these pad hits. Now, you can see that I have some, I'll just check that I have some stuff here. So, I mean, this is just the kit that I used in the previous session. So I can play it. You can hear it didn't loop, but what I can get it to do to loop is if I go select SX delay and turn that on, and you can see I've got hit remain, hit FX. So I just want to keep this page up. So the reason why we're using the pattern mode is so that we just get the metronome in time, and here you can see we got time. I want to go to 1-1. You can go very short for a delay, but we want to be able to have a note hit, come in, and then repeat. I also want the feedback to 99% because I want this to sustain as absolutely long as possible. And you can set your balance however you'd like. I usually prefer to go 50-50 so I can hear what I'm playing in at the same level as what's playing out from the delay. So we should have everything set up. I can now hit the exit to get out of here. Now we're back into our 1 bar loop. I'm just going to play the same thing again. Watch this. So it is now looping. And you can see the pads aren't lighting up. I can even come in and do 1 bar of hi-hats. And my timing was a little off there, but whatever. And if you don't like the loop, you can very quickly turn it off, go back into MFX, and we just killed it, the whole loop entirely, and we can just start over. I can hear it's lagging a little bit, but again. So if I want it to be a little janky, let's see if I can do one more time and do a little bit better, but turn the MFX off, turn it back on. All right, that sounds better to me. All right, so we now have this going on. We got the metronome running. If I want the metronome off, it's just the usual combo. Hold shift, hit metronome. We've now turned it off. So now we actually have something we can play to. And the thing to keep in mind though is every time you add any sound to it, you're gonna just add another layer. So if you like this loop that you have going, then we're going to either have to just record it out of the skip back or do something else. But for now, just consider this to be a additive thing. There's not really a clear way to kind of remove things. So I could certainly play any of these pads up top. As soon as I do, those are going to be written out to this delay buffer. But something that you can do that is not going to write it out is if we go to the bus effects, I can now come in and, oh wait, I changed this. I don't think we can, all right. I can put them in line with each other. So what I can now do is I can do fun stuff like with this turned on now, I can turn scatter on. So I can take that loop and I can just start, like I was showing you before in the previous video, I can start playing this live. And it's not doing anything to the loop that we already recorded. It's still there. And it just depends on when you kind of turn it on in time. So you get that. Maybe we could add in other effects. It's kind of extreme. Ooh, I just turned the BPM down, which is not what we wanted. It's going to mess everything up. Here. Well, I was going to show this later, but another fun thing you can do is just play with your BPM, and all of a sudden you're going to start having it's just going to start dropping out parts of the buffer. Anyway, don't accidentally just do what I did while you're doing something live, because you're going to just, I mean, I just set the BPM back. I can now quickly switch over, turn it off, turn it back on, but now I have nothing playing again. So to get that back, I'm going to have to go back in and play it, and you'd want the metronome on, so metronome on, and it took the, you can also reduce it between just turning the knob down, so came in a little early, but again, you can rebuild these things pretty quick if you really want to. And it'll kind of change your groove or timing or things depending on how you do it. Anyway, hopefully that kind of gets you started. I'm going to show you in the next video how to set up 2 separate loops going, and we'll kind of keep building from there and kind of see what other things we can do. Thanks, guys. Keep making beats. Peace.